Good afternoon, Professor. My name is Knoy, and this is my self-assessment video in regards to the questionnaire and responses. So after taking the survey, my overall assumption of organizational life is to value employees. I feel like it's very important to create trusting relationships with each one of your employees and between coworkers, as that's an important part of growth and development. And especially in regards to team cohesiveness, kind of relies on that trusting aspect to make sure that you can rely on your teammates to follow through with what they're supposed to do and to do so with quality. An effective leader has a high level of emotional intelligence and also seeks to kind of build this up in his employees as well. What should not be a common occurrence, but sometimes is kind of important, is to address personal issues in employees' lives, as it may sometimes be affecting their ability to work or perform at the office. So in other words, employees should not just suppress feelings, which I think one of the questions that was stated, but to build up and possibly suppressing feelings could possibly further cause more damage later on in the future. So I had about half of my answers being agree, and 6 being disagree, and then 9 being neutral. I responded with neutral, especially if the question was in regards to employees' attitudes, because that kind of depends on the person and their different work expectations. But through my work experience, I was exposed to many different types of leaders and coworkers. So for the most part, if they didn't feel that they were valued, then their motivations to put forth their best effort never reached its full potential. So with that being said, I think it is important to show that value to the employees. But I did see it more commonly in employees who were probably getting paid the least and who had jobs that were easily replaceable. So that got me thinking, how do you show value to those employees who may have a lower skilled position and their positions normally have a higher turnover rate? But a lot of the values that were kind of highlighted in the text I also agree with, such as authenticity and openness. That is, I would say, a base for the foundation of trust. I think in many cases people lose sight of what is important, and that is the human factor in a business. So being genuine with your words, or when you're speaking with people, and always have good intentions towards them, and your actions, then following through with what you say. So not just saying it, but actually going out and performing. Another value is empowerment, which was touched up in this past week's discussion forum. I also believe that is an important value that sparks motivation in employees. So especially I think this could be used for the lower skilled employees, kind of just giving them that encouragement and letting them know that they are needed in the organization in order for the organization to perform, I guess. So when they're backed by the employer who trusts them and their abilities, and they're kind of like more interested in proving what they can do. Let's see. So it's like when they have the expectation to perform well, many will strive to achieve that type of excellence. Another value that I think is really important is making sure everyone has a voice, especially in decision making, and if it's regarding them as well. So when the employee feels that they are part of the decision making process and they have an input into possibly creating a solution, they're more likely to be open to the change that is going to be implemented. So less resistance towards a change. And the value of respect, I also believe, is a very important part of what creates an organization to be so successful. So when employers and employees respect each other, individuals may be more comfortable expressing ideas that could be considered out there, but by collaborating with the team, tweaking the idea into something that actually may work. And the last value is the idea of being present, especially in today's day and age with the advances in technology. It is really easy to be distracted. This is some place where I myself need to focus on and kind of work on, because I tend to procrastinate, and with my procrastination I'm always scrolling on my phone, and I sometimes do this at work. If I'm kind of getting tired of whatever it is I'm doing at work, I'll give myself a break, but sometimes it happens more times than it should, and I think everyone seems to struggle with it. But this is a big area that I would like to work on, and being present in a situation would probably waste less time and produce more quality work. Thank you.